The Home Affairs Ministry says it will defend the police robustly when false or unfair allegations are made against it. Mr. Shanmugam reiterated this position in Parliament as he provided latest updates on allegations made by the late Sergeant Uvaraja Gopal. Sergeant Uvaraja committed suicide last July after posting allegations against the police on Facebook. He said he was ostracised and bullied at work and that he was appraised unfairly. He also posted that some officers' misconduct were covered up. Mr. Shanmugam debunked most of them, stressing at the same time that those which had merit were investigated thoroughly. He added that Uvaraja's passing and allegations have affected his colleagues.
I said in May last year at the police work plan seminar, our officers know that when there are false or unfair allegations, we will act quickly and decisively to tell the truth and stand by the officers. That remains our position. This is a larger issue. We cannot allow what has happened to the police forces in some other countries to happen in Singapore. We will set out the facts, defend our officers clearly and strongly if they have done no wrong.
Well, among clarifications made in Parliament today, Mr. Shanmugam says some allegations were true and dealt with, but there were also others that were false. Investigations found that an officer had apologized to Uvaraja for using racially inappropriate language, even though it was not directed at him. Uvaraja's superiors made sure there were no further recurrences. They also offered him the option of lodging an official complaint, which he declined. Now, as for allegations about being unfairly held back in his career, Mr. Shanmugam says these are untrue and that his appraisals were fair. He was given opportunities to apply for postings and transferred to 6 different units in 9 years. Now, this is significantly more than what is normally given. Uvaraja also alleged he was ostracised, saying no one from his team showed up for his wedding, but he had only invited his officer in charge who had fallen ill on the day. He had informed his commanding officer but did not follow up with an invitation. But his CO did congratulate him in front of his teammates. Now, Mr. Shanmugam says the police went to considerable lengths to accommodate his health issues and leave requests. This includes more than 100 days of no-pay leave each year for 3 years and counselling and psychological assistance. He was also coached to help him perform better at work.
Are there measures taken to help deal with the mental and emotional stress that perhaps officers who are being investigated or being questioned as a result of the complaint, such that they are able to deal with that difficult period of questioning and even after the matter has been closed as well?
The officer will know that if he has done nothing wrong, the investigations will clear him. Equally, he will know that if the allegations against him are likely to be made out, then of course I can understand that that would add to the stress. Now, that the situation doesn't mean that the officer is precluded from seeking psychological assistance that I spoke about. He can continue to avail himself of the help, speak with his counselors, and receive such psychological support as necessary because he continues to be a member of the police force.
A better way to clear the air may be to appoint a committee of inquiry to investigate the case rather than through an internal investigation. So may I ask the Minister why he has chosen an internal investigation by the police force itself as opposed to appointing a committee of inquiry?
Every time there is an allegation, they are made the subject of the scapegoated. You put officers through this each time there is an allegation, public inquiries. What are you really saying? That they'll be put out there, hung out to dry, regardless of the facts. It's a high-trust society. There is tremendous trust in the police force. We solve crimes with the methods that we have used So what is it about those methods that are wrong?